Hey folks, welcome to part 2 of restoring the W6. On today's installment, we're going to see exactly how much water we have in the rear end. First step in replacing these rear wheel bearings is going to be draining that crankcase so I can take off the operator platform, remove the bowl gears, and pull the axle out of the housing. I just noticed the drain plug for the crankcase lines up perfectly with the hitch, so I think the first thing we're going to have to do, see if we can get these guys out and swing that swinging hitch over to the side so we don't get in a big oily mess and just make a big mess everywhere. So I'll get you guys in the stand, we'll see how this goes. If my memory serves me right, when we pulled this out of the bush, it didn't have this. We took this off the other W6, so I think these will probably be, oh, it's already turning even. Probably be reasonably easy to get. Look at that. Okay. There, now we're up against the next bolt, and I think we're clear the drain plug. Get set up underneath. All right, now your guess is as good as mine how much comes out of this. So we've got our trusty kitty litter pail here, and my backup is my big oil change pen. See if we can get this cracked. Well, that's a good sign, it's turning. Not much room to get in back here of the jack stand, and kind of a inopportune spot for trying to film this at the same time as I'm reaching under here, but it is what it is. There we go. Now I'm expecting a whole bunch of water to come out of here. I'll try and do so without hitting the camera. So we might sacrifice the money shot just to save the camera here. So let's give her a yank and see how far this spews. That's a lot of water. Just gonna shut her down for a minute. There, we'll get you guys at a little safer vantage point as far as the camera is concerned. We'll see, I may have to pause this again, depending on how much more wants to come out here. No. Hold that thought. Oh, with any luck, this won't fill this. It's slowing down quite a bit. Because I'm running out of places to put oil. Need more containers. I have a half-gallon pail that's got about a quarter full. Once it's empty, I can dump some stuff in there. But yeah, looks like that's going to slow down right away. Okay, we'll let it drain the rest of the way. Here from this angle, maybe you can see all the clay that I have in my rear end. So that's what we're going to try and get rid of here. But it's going to be quite a job to get down to that. All right, so now that we have the gas tank off of here, next steps are, I've already done, but remove this from the pedestal here. And then I'm going to work my way through and get rid of anything that's blocking me from taking this operator platform off. So basically I have to undo the steering in here. And then I think it's 2 bolts here, bolt there, bolt under there. And the whole steering and throttle mechanism should come off. I'll have to undo there, take the wire coming off of the starter switch that's actually feeding power back to the, I don't know what it's feeding power back to, the headlights. Yeah, we'll get this figured out. Okay, I've gone ahead, I've removed the bolts on the back half of the operator platform. I've removed the bolts from this. I cannot get my steering linkage to come loose, so I'm going to see if I can just lift this off enough that I can get the platform out from under it rather than end up making myself a mess on that steering linkage, but I may have to. And yeah, this platform actually comes further forward than I thought, so I had to take off my whole belt pulley assembly. So there's our first look. And yeah, the back bolts on this platform are about 4 inches long, whereas the ones that are in the front are only about 2. So this should be lots of fun trying to remember where everything goes. All right, we're making progress here. I have a little bit of clearance all the way around, except where I broke off this bolt. So I've been torching it and resorting to drilling it out and realizing my drill bits are all dull as can be. But yeah, you can see I ended up removing steering. There were 2 bolts on either side on the top of the brake housing that bolt into the top plate that had to be undone, as well as these springs that were in the way to get to those bolts. They hold the brakes on, or make the brakes return. So yeah, I'll keep fighting with this, and as soon as I get the lid to move, I think we'll be on to the next chunk of work here. Success! We have the lid up. Now this engine lift does sag a little bit over time, so I've put some blocks in, taken the weight off of it. It's not exactly safe to have sitting if anybody was going to be crawling around it. Fortunately, I'm the only one that's in here, so when I come back to work on it, I'll take up the weight again. But I think this is probably where I'm stopping for tonight. You can have a good look inside here. Let me just see if I can turn on my flash. There we go. So now that I have this top open, I've basically got to take this nut off the end of the bull gear, and then the axles will pull out either side. So just to give you a tour of the transmission on a W6. There's all your gearing. You can see shifter forks. Those are going to be fun to get back into place properly when I'm putting this on by myself. But we've done worse.